Aha! All right, let's keep playing. You guys got to see my corpo self over there.
The place is a dump.
Woo! You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. Really? While you were AFK, you got an activity quest to track down a missing slate from some dude walking by you. Of course I did.
Yeah.
Of course I did.
I do not know about you, but I am starting to suspect that Benjamin Bayou has a slightly inflated. Clearly, the intent is to get us into the Astral Lounge. Shall we follow the signs?
That's for a little later. Celt Corp. Hi.
If you're here to buy, I'm afraid we only sell direct to retailers. Again, look, you can tell Mr. Okaribo that I'm doing everything I can. Blood from a stone, if you'll pardon the expression.
Not exactly the greeting I was expecting.
Oh my lord. You aren't here about Mr. Okaribo's debt to Cohh?
Nope.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me start over. My name's Clover McKenna, but you can call me Chloe. Sorry for my outburst.
Not necessary. It's fine. Why would this Okadigbo hire people to represent him?
I'm not sure. I think he's afraid that I won't be here, and he'll have to deal with my father. Someone who has a lot less patience than I do. Just a few weeks ago, he paid some poor fella to come up here and request a bit more time to pay back his debt. So I snapped at you like that. I thought he'd done it again.
Not necessary.
That's kind of you. This mess with Mr. Okadibo over at the Neon Mining League has really thrown me off my game.
Must be a hell of a mess to cost such a fuss.
If only you knew. Mr. Okadibo owes a substantial debt to Cohh. I've given him more than enough time to try and come up with the money, but my father's patience is running out. Frankly, I don't know how much longer I can stall.
Why should I call you Chloe?
Because my father has a ridiculous sense of humor, and I can't stand the name Clover. I mean, seriously, Clover? Our family's Irish, for God's sake. I don't think he could have possibly been more on the nose with that name. Ha ha, very funny, Dad.
Could I help in recovering this guy's debt?
You'd be willing to help out. That's awfully kind of you.
Kind of you to stick up for him in the first place.
Just because I work for a megacorp doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Saburo, Mr. Okadibo, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, especially in this city. He really needs help, but he's too proud to accept any money from me. Maybe he'd listen to someone like you?
I'll talk to him.
Oh, that'd be splendid. Just amazing. If
We
you can
got
get
this
his
quest, but
debt
never
off
did
my
it in our last
conscience,
playthroughs.
I'd be grateful. It's been on my mind so much I've been.
So we'll definitely be doing this one.
And don't worry about payment. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. McKenna always keeps that promise.
How'd he get so much debt?
When he opened the shop, he outfitted it with equipment from our company. Spent a bundle of cash he didn't have. Obviously, business hasn't been going well, because he's fallen way behind on his payments. Opening a mining business on a world almost entirely covered in ocean probably wasn't the most savvy of business plans. I suppose he intended to cater to travelers that were passing through our system. But it's clearly backfired. A poor man.
Okay. It's good for now.
Have a fine day.
You didn't hear this. I know your type. The freewheeling space ace. Must be nice.
What do you want?
I am a freewheeling space
What?
ace.
I'm
Yeah.
working here.
I don't know, but I gotta get out of here. It's been non-stop interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break at my desk listening to Cody eat with his mouth open.
One of those days, huh?
More like one of those months. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to Terrabrew right now.
Yeah? I'll go with you. We can pick up an extra for Chloe if she asks.
Oh, they're gonna walk away. Okay. 'Cause
If you'll excuse me, I have a deadline to meet.
Didn't need to stop on my account. Go ahead. Okay, you're not. That guy just left. Can you please move? Oh, we're hidden. There we go. Boom. Okay. Can we make it so whenever I need it, my spacesuit goes on, and whenever I don't, it just doesn't equip it? Is that a thing? Oh, what? Oh, son of a biscuit. I don't want to talk about it. People have been saying that forever. Yeah, but I don't really pay attention to people at all unless I want to. Upload program. Okay. Shipping order status. Cool.
I never had the patience for computer systems.
So where do we actually set that? Is that in here? Hide spacesuit in settlements. Boop. Oh, well, it says hide it. Does that mean it's unequipped? Like, does it still count for stealthing? Because I heard that having it, oh, it's still equipped. Oh. So if I've heard that trying to stealth around with your spacesuit on sucks.
Ms. McKenna treats her.
So for that, I need to actually unequip it. Oh, that sucks.
I think I got them. What do you call them? Horns?
But if I unequip my spacesuit, then I'm assuming it automatically unequips my other stuff too.
Yeah, I got horns.
Also, what are they talking
Are you
about?
supposed to be here?
I do not have the void form power yet, unfortunately. I do not have an invis. For the ship pirates out there, found an annoying bug. If you steal a ship when you have 10 ships already, you'll get a message saying you can't have more. So the logic would be to sell a ship and get a new one, but that's where the bug comes in. You cannot steal that ship anymore. It won't allow you to enter the seat. Oh, it sucks. Let's see what you're saying. That's a bummer.
Don't make my job. Be careful if you run into those.
Another day.
Thank you for that, Ice.
Hey there, friend.
Is he gonna congrats me on my
Taking a
promotion?
break. I got the memo from Imogene to add you to the system. So it sounds like congratulations are in order. You must have really nailed that interview.
Already got a promotion. I didn't just nail it, I crushed it.
Well, with an attitude like that, you'll certainly fit in here. Anyway, just wanted to welcome you to the dysfunctional family.
Lane, I like you, but you make a terrible receptionist, buddy.
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need
Make it
more
quick.
supporting
I have a
evidence.
deadline.
Imogene's a stickler for details.
That's what I was afraid of. I just hate accessing the Combatech database. It's anxiety-inducing.
I know what you mean, but that's your missing piece right there.
All right, I'll get on it. Excuse me.
Hey,
Wait, who's Rafik? Oh, you.
You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for?
Yeah, I put in a request for this time block.
I doubt that. I check my schedule regularly, and this conversation was not on the budget. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure.
Hey, Cohh, is your new Cyberpunk run going to be 100% again like the last time? Okay, good question. It is definitely going to be 100% run of the DLC. But I don't know if it's going to be 100% run of base game. Maybe. It might be. Yeah. Okay. I'll leave you alone then. Who is Miss Serrano?
Ms. Yuko Serrano? Senior Operations Specialist.
Yeah, base
at
game has new
Ryujin
stuff too,
Industries?
so maybe.
She's one of the heads of the department you're standing in.
I'll leave you alone.
Hold on. I didn't say we should stop.
Oh.
And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a minor indiscretion.
Go on. Might be able to help you.
Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort.
Oh!
But I may have lost a slate.
Is this the guy, the quest we got?
I need you to locate and retrieve it for me.
Why trust me?
It's not a matter of trust, but one of time. I have little to spare. You do not.
Ouch. Okay.
Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the Underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time.
What are you currently working on?
I'm not at liberty to say. I will remind you of another common phrase. Loose lips sink ships.
That's fair.
So, be cautious around the office and discuss intel at your peril.
Okay. So Kleinix just made a joke about calling 1877 sell my ship from space whenever you do that. But I will say this, in the off chance that this ever makes it to Bethesda. I would be 1,169% more into pirating and stealing ships if I could board a ship, sit down in the pilot seat, hold down a button to instantly sell that ship,
with every wasted
and then
second,
pop back
I can
into my
hear
ship.
The credits leak. Drip.
If they actually made it easy and not like this time-consuming, like get in the ship, fly to a planet, go to the guys, sort to that ship, get in your ship, go to the other one, sell that one, and then make like 5K. Like, no, the idea of being able to radio someone and be like, yo, I got this ship, I'm at this point in space, you come pick it up and transfer me the credits. That's actually an awesome idea. And in this world, I think that actually makes sense. Like, yo, I just got this ship, come out and pick it up, wire me the credits, I'm gonna get back in my ship. Like, that's actually immersive because it would make sense in that world. So, yeah. You should totally consider adding that. That'd be awesome. Like, maybe I should say that you don't hold a button down to instantly sell it. You hold a button down to, like, call someone, and then you have a little dialogue where you can offer to sell them the ship. And then you do that, and it just pops back up in your ship or something. Right? Like, I think that makes sense. And maybe they take a cut. If you do it that way, they take a transportation cut of 20% or something. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, maybe make it a perk. Maybe make it some kind of like a perk thing. Absolutely. A space towing service. Exactly. Yeah. Make a little cut scene of the ship getting towed away. Done, dude. You guys nailed it. Perfect. Okay. Why do you spend your time volunteering?
Perhaps I can best explain
That'd be
with
awesome.
an analogy.
Yep.
There is an aquatic species on Volai Epsilon, which,
Butters
with
did it.
cruel irony or test of metal,
Butters did
hatches
it.
on dry land. Only 1 in 10,000 make it to adulthood. Most are eaten, some simply die in the crawl to the ocean. Meanwhile, there is a similar species that is born in the water itself. They never make this journey and thus never know its hardship. Which begs the question, is that fair?
I'm sorry. I stopped listening 3 sentences ago. Life isn't, it's not and needs to change.
I agree, which is why I choose to help those born into
All
poverty.
right. This guy's pretty cool.
I know what you're thinking, and I am not what you'd call a bleeding heart. Moreover, I find the underbelly filthy and unsanitary. But I also believe in equity. I am well aware that my life came with a head start, so I try my best to balance the equation and bring the hatchlings to the water.
Yo, it's pretty filthy down there. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty.
The smells alone would back up your statement. And I do mean smells. Plural. But as much as I dislike the underbelly, I will say this. It is a welcome change of pace. When you spend all day keeping secrets, a burden is placed on one's conscience. The time I spend volunteering sheds some of that weight.
You seem like a good person in like a not great position. What's your schedule like here?
We're each assigned shifts to assist operatives, ensuring coverage at all hours. Personally, I like to keep my circadian rhythms intact. Early to rise, early to bed, as nature intended.
Crit C and GamerMech, thank you both for that. We'll keep an eye on that. Appreciate the spoiler-free thing there. Okay.
As you were.
I'm gonna do this real quick for this guy. I feel like this is Ryujin adjacent. So let's see what this guy's up to.
If you are free soon, could we talk?
Absolutely. Come here, girl.
Yes? I have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life. You agreed with me that true purpose can be a driving force in life. I found that comforting, but something has been nagging at me since. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary, that there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it.
If it got you here, then it was right.
Thank you. I have always believed, no, hoped that is true. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet,
our past should never define us.
I am not sure I believe that. I promised
like I failed both of those.
provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence.
Clearly taking a toll on you.
It certainly influenced the way I see the universe. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing.
Hear, hear.
It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning.
Social creature's life is better when we're surrounded by others.
Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea. But therein lies my concern. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others.
Everybody has baggage, so you deal with it that matters. I'm here for you if you need me.
I appreciate that more than you know.
Nice. Okay, well, at least we got one positive out of it. Do I recommend standing desks? I do. I do. I like my standing desk. I use it often. It works for me. Absolutely. I really like it. Kind of lets me get up and get the blood flowing, and yeah, I definitely like it. Is this our new girlfriend? No, no, of course not. Waifu. Future waifu. Yeah.
The effort to make this place livable is astounding.
What type of desk would I recommend for a race wheel? I have no recommendations for that. I don't use a race wheel.
I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while you get used to the smell.
Dude, I don't think I've ever been over here.
Want to try something exotic?
You got drugs?
Hey there. Welcome to Off-World Eats. Feel like taking your taste buds on a trip around the settled systems?
That sounds delightful.
Fantastic. I'm sure you'll be pleased. My husband Lee and I have spent years sourcing the most interesting foods from other worlds. You can't find this type of cuisine anywhere else in Neon. We're very proud of our specialty menu.
Watch him have like steak and stuff.
Visitors and transplants. That was the idea anyway. Turns out that our little niece has also created our biggest hurdle. In order for this business to work, we need an ever-evolving menu.
Ooh, a quest?
To do that, we need to constantly source ingredients
Here we
from
go.
across the settled
Here we go.
systems. Ever since we sold our ship, it's been difficult.
Why would you sell your ship?
When we first arrived, we needed every credit we had to open the restaurant.
Gamer Dad,
We kept
Cozy
the
Todd
ship.
out of 10.
Our pockets were empty. Then the bill started piling up, and we had to shift from paying for jump fuel to just keeping the doors open. After a while, it was obvious that keeping a ship we can't even afford to operate was a waste of money. So we sold it.
Cohh, have you noticed any health improvements in the standing desk? I've considered getting one for health benefits, but I have concerns over foot fatigue, so being able to change from standing to sitting seems ideal. I mean, when I first started using my standing desk, I would stand in like, 15-minute increments and be ready to sit down by the end of it. And these days, I stand for a few hours a day, and it feels great. So I mean, in that regard, things are certainly moving forward, but it's certainly not an overnight thing. So it's not like you're gonna, all of a sudden feel better and have more energy. It's not exercising, it's just standing up. So another thing, and one of the big things I wanted to do is, as I said all the time, there's stuff like deep vein thrombosis, stuff where just sitting all the time has like negative effects. So just being able to like stand up and move around and not let
Take
things
your
just
time.
kind of
savor the aromas.
sit still for, because remember, I sometimes streams 8 hours a day. So I think that's probably, it's not so much health benefits, it's more staving off potential negatives, if that makes sense. So at least that's my hope, right? Knock on wood. So that's kind of the thing. It's more of a preventative than like a exercising and feeling better kind of thing. Let's see. You could charter a ship and go on collection expeditions.
That might work, but it would mean dumping all of the business operations onto Lee's shoulders while I was gone. I can't do that to him.
This dude stole my trash bag look from
You're not
Cyberpunk.
here to
I
listen to my
know.
life story. You're here
Thanks, Fixelli.
to eat. Well, let me stop talking so you can take a look at the menu. And
I want to help you get food, man.
What will it be?
Come on. Want me to source some ingredients?
That would be so helpful. Thank you. What I need are any sort of exotic organic ingredients harvested from creatures or plants.
Okay. I travel to other planets quite often. I'll keep that in mind.
Excellent. Oh, there's one important thing you should keep in mind. Be careful when you're collecting. It's not worth getting hurt trying to harvest ingredients from a particularly hostile life form.
Okay.
Come back soon. You're always welcome here, my friend.
I'm already doing a side quest, so we should probably try to stay at least somewhat focused.
Hopefully we'll see some action
If you
soon.
got any spare creds, I can always take them off your hands.
Hi.
Hey, Chief, you got any creds you can spare?
I don't know. You got information? Here you go.
Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll
I'm
do
a
my
class
best to
bass,
someday
chat.
pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation, it's an investment.
A Ryujin technician wanted to know if you found any slates.
Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a half-eaten chunk.
Ew.
And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets.
I'm sorry, what?
But that won't happen with this slate. It's like wind resistant.
You keep spreadsheets?
I do. I write them on napkins you get from the eateries, and I use sauce packets for ink. It's not a perfect system, but it's pretty damn close.
Okay. I can find your old spreadsheets for the slate?
That would mean I don't have to start over. All right, deal. I lost them near the employee break area. Look for any papers near the ground, the tables, maybe even the roof. You find all 3 spreadsheets, and I'll give you the slate.
Ice Yoke, I've never done Andrea's quest. Nope. I've never done it. Okay. 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 That being said, I'm taking every opportunity to flirt with her, so we'll see how far it goes.
Got any creds to spare?
Here you go.
Wow, that's real class of you, Chief. A+ stuff. Now I can get my books sorted, executive style. As promised, your slate. Tell your techie friend I didn't peek inside. And even if I did, I don't know what half of it says anyway.
Okay. Great. That's what we needed with him. Or her. Now we go back down to, I guess, for him, for Rafik. Let's go back down to him. We'll turn this in and keep doing the Ryujin questline. Why do the facial animations look so terrible? Because mostly they're just like AI generated, I'm guessing, which is kind of normal for Bethesda games. Certainly not mocapped, and I don't think if they're handcrafted, I'd be a little surprised. But I think it's more just, you know, they have a system where depending on what the person's saying, they kind of just kind of look like they're saying what they're supposed to, and maybe a little manual, like look excited, look sad kind of thing, but...
Instant
Yeah.
sense. There is the legal question that Ryujin has some influence here in New York. I wonder how Mr. Bayu feels about that.
How's my jump pack so fast? Because I'm using the boost jump technique. Check out the boost jump command.
Can I help you? How goes the slate search? Any complications?
Here you go.
Well done. It seems assigning you to this task was time well spent.
Thanks, Nuri.
And as I said when we met, time is money. Hopefully these credits will serve as adequate compensation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an operative to debrief.
Hey, level 30. There we go.
Well,
Hell
look
yeah.
who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report?
Went well, no incidents.
Not a single setback. Huh. I knew you were going to be perfect for this job. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews. You get my drift. The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand.
Clean work equals maximum payout.
Exactly. In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light cyber mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing.
I'm ready for whatever's next.
One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean, and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company.
Oh my god. Where do I leave it?
The inspection will be similar to an audit. These things are usually pretty thorough. Filing cabinets, desks. I trust you can be smart about it.
What are the do's and don'ts?
We want a clean and careful job. Obviously, we don't want any bad press at this point, or we could lose the deal. I don't want to hear any news about bounties or bodies coming out of Aquila City.
1 second, chat. Okay. Hold on 1 second, chat. I need to check something. Okay.
Hey, are we talking or what?
1 second. There we go. Okay.